The Earth's atmosphere contains 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen. The other 1% is made up of greenhouse gases, such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. That tiny 1% is crucial for regulating our climate. Without greenhouse gases, the Earth would be far too cold to live on. They act like a blanket, keeping the planet warm. As with the glass in a greenhouse, they help to trap the heat from the sun that would otherwise radiate back into space. So why do we want to get rid of them? Because human activity is rapidly increasing the levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This is heating the planet beyond the level that many plants and animals are accustomed to, and faster than they can adapt. This shows all the main contributions humans make to our climate, representing both warming and cooling effects. The main greenhouse gases are highlighted, with carbon dioxide having the largest warming impact. Since parts of the world became industrialized, the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has increased by a staggering 50%, and the increase is accelerating. By using methods such as analysing samples from the bottom of the ocean, we now know the level hasn't been this high for at least 2 million years. It would be even higher if some of the extra carbon dioxide hadn't been absorbed by the land surface and oceans. Methane is the second highest contributor. There's around 200 times less of it in the atmosphere, but it's much more effective at trapping heat than carbon dioxide. Since pre-industrial times, its level has more than doubled. In fact, it's risen an astonishing 10% in just the last decade. By far, the most abundant greenhouse gas is actually water vapor. It's created by evaporation and removed by rain. The amount of water vapor in the atmosphere varies with atmospheric temperature. For every 1 degree Celsius of warming, the atmosphere can hold 7% more moisture. But remember that water vapor is a greenhouse gas, so that extra 7% will cause even more warming. It's a feedback loop, and this behavior amplifies the heating effect of other greenhouse gases too. When they warm the atmosphere, more water vapor can be stored, leading to even more warming. Most water vapor is invisible, but a minority forms the clouds that we see, which are particularly good at trapping heat, especially at higher altitudes. Some do reflect energy from the sun back into space, though. This offsets part of the warming. So, greenhouse gases from human activity are causing the planet to warm. But what would happen if we completely stopped emitting them? The challenge is that even if we did completely stop emitting them, the amount already emitted won't instantly disappear. So how quickly would the levels go back to how they were before we began our greenhouse gas emissions? The methane would dissipate in around 10 years, but it could take hundreds of years for the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere to do the same, and even longer for the oceans. If we want to stop the planet warming, ideally, we not only need to reduce our emissions, but find ways of mopping up the excess greenhouse gases that are already there.